return of investments. They talk of taking all the business processes and mapping it into software. Saving cost is a big, big deal for them. However, when SMEs do an ICT spend, SMEs do not spend money to save money. It's a slightly different paradigm. What SMEs like to do is to spend money to gain more revenue. What SMEs like to do is to spend money to remain relevant. There was a stark number of 30 to 40% of SMEs, if I got that number correct, last year's that unfortunately had to fold up. So, what can we do? I worked extensively in this region. I travel to many different countries, and I see adoptions such as cloud and mobility. And there are many, many examples in and around you. For one of the big drivers that the government is pushing the SMEs in this country to do is to increase their productivity, is to embrace the cloud, is to learn to use software as a service, learn to be relevant, learn to move out of the traditional conservative sectors and be relevant in today's economy. One of the strongest things that Singapore does compared to Malaysia is the government and the businesses there are very strongly focused on becoming regional businesses. You have some fantastic examples of regional businesses in Malaysia. Maybank, who's going to be coming on speaking on stage later on, is a leading bank in Asia. They have branches, and you go to Indonesia and places like that, very well prevalent. You see Maybank all over the place. What is stopping the SMEs becoming regional businesses? Once you put your service and your product and your business on the net, make it e-commerce, you become relevant. You become relevant because you get reach, you get capacity. You moved off the shores of Malaysia. Your demand starts to become regional, if not global. Yet, less than 25% of all SMEs in Malaysia use ICT. Half of which have websites. That's a shocking number. That's a shocking number. And so there is so much opportunity here of SMEs to embrace IT. Never mind spend money to save money. All I'm saying is spend money to be relevant, spend money to grow into regional businesses, embrace the cloud, embrace mobility, expand your horizons. The domestic demand in Malaysia is shrinking. And that will directly impact most of the SMEs in this country. So you've got to look beyond your shores. The software and technologies that we talk to you about today allow you to do that. They are an enabler. They allow you to power up the growth. They allow you to be enabled for the future, which is tomorrow, for sake of relevance, where domestic demand is less, and to set up as a regional businesses beyond the shores of Malaysia, while not doing things a lot differently to what you're doing today. So, I will talk now, I'm going to switch tracks a little bit and move to technology. I will talk of a story of two triangles. I like to keep things simple. The first triangle is the colored bit in the middle. We, as Sage, we started from a very small place. We started 35 years ago as a very, very small business in UK. Today, we are regional, we are global. We would like to remain with you as part of your journey as you go, as you grow, as you transform from small startup, from tens of employees, to as you grow to become hundreds of employees. Maybe you start to set up regional offices and whatnot, and then maybe you even get into thousands of employees. So that's the distinction of what we call small startup business, SMEs, growing all the way into the enterprise lands. It's for us, it's a number count, it's the number of count of employees. That's how we measure it. And so, as part of our customer for life experience, we want to be with you, we want to be part of your journey, we want to be able to deliver the technology that can help you do your business better, to help you aspire to your ambitions, to help you recognize your dreams and goals. Let us do the hard work with technology. All we ask you to use it in a sensible, modernized way, embrace the cloud, embrace mobility, be relevant, move on a larger regional footprint. Domestic demand is small. Ringgit is falling against the US dollars. Things are not becoming easier. You've got to do new things. If you continue to do the same old, the results are not going to be very different. And so I think it's one of the places here in the region that is not strongly embracing ICT. If there's nothing else, that would be my call to action. The next piece I want to talk about is the outer triangle. It's just on the periphery. And I'm going to use that, and I think the subsequent speakers are going to be using that as the cornerstone of today's presentation. So we want to talk to you about customers for life, our commitment to you, to be with you all the way, to deliver you innovation, disruption, technology, and for you to consume it in a fashion that you think is best. We give you that choice. We will honor the choice. We will honor our commitment. We will serve you. But what we also want to talk about in terms of the technology mix or the technology stack is that we believe we are one of the very few companies that can provide you an integrated, end-to-end, seamless business platform. What does that mean? To me, I call it the golden triangle. That's the outer triangle. It's not a magic word. You'll not find it in Wikipedia. It's something we coin at Sage. So the golden triangle, what is a golden triangle? Let me throw the question back at you. What do you, as an SME, do? You are running your business. For SMEs, the bloodline of any business is cash. Cash is king. Cash flow is huge. Trying to get loans from bank is a pretty big deal. If I get a big order, will I be able to service it? Do I have the liquidity? Do I have the factoring? Do I have the financial know-how and prowess to be able to manage my financials carefully? Because if you get it wrong and the cash flow is disrupted, that has a tremendous impact to your business. So if you talk about the movement of money, what is the movement of money? To me, that is the golden triangle. It is money in, money out. And I will take a small example of what I call reconciliation. So what is money in, money out? Money in, money out is customers pay me money. I take it, thank you very much. I will account it, I'll put it into my ledger, I will record it, and so on and so forth. Goodness, big tick, love it. Money out is the stuff that I have to pay out as a business. I have to pay my employees, I have to pay my partners, and then my suppliers and so on, and whatever else it is. They are cost to the business, and you got to pay out, whether it's internal or external or otherwise, etc. That's the cost to the business. So that's money out, money in. So in this representation, we're calling that accounting, payments, HR, and payroll. So the payroll and HRM is sort of the money out. The accounting is sort of the money in. And then what happens is, I like to talk of a small example. So typically, as I did this morning again, I get my credit card company send me an SMS saying, Mr. Malik, you got to pay us so much money. Your credit card bill is due in the next couple of days. So typically what I would do is I say, oh, thank you, I don't want to get paid my late charge, finance charge. So I go into my internet banking and I transfer the money across to my credit card company. So I do a digital payment thing there. The money disappears from my bank almost instantly when I say done, thank you very much. 3 to 4 days later, my credit card company then SMSes me and says, thank you very much, money received. And I say, phew, thank God it managed to reach on time because I have to do it 3 or 4 days before the last date, otherwise they impose charges on me. So I'm able to close the book on that. That little piece is what I'm calling reconciliation. In fact, other speakers are going to come on stage and talk about auto-reconciliation. That's a big, big deal. Because you as a business need to know what is coming in, what is going out, can I afford it, do I have the liquidity, am I moving my money around carefully, and are things happening? Because cash is king. Every business needs to do this. We at Sage strive to deliver the golden triangle to you in a seamless, integrated way. And we will do that across all customer segments, whether you're a small startup business moving up to mid-size and larger enterprises. That's, as a fundamental concept, what we do is give you a business platform that deals with payments, accounting, payroll, CRM, HRM. HRM is for the human resources, CRM is customer relationship management. So that's the golden triangle. I've talked about this. We will showcase our technologies starting from large to small, which will fit across every customer segment. This is what we do. And the products are known by different names because they come in different sizes, because customers come in different sizes. What does size mean? That's the number of employees that you have in your organization, starting from tens to hundreds to thousands. But in each segment, what we deliver is the golden triangle: accounting, payroll, HRM, and payments. And we will give you one-stop shop that will allow you to move your money, to manage your money in a real-time, frictionless, easy-to-understand way. And if you so desire, you can run it from the palm of your hand, because the software is available on mobile phones, on tablet devices. It is not restricted only on a desktop-type model on the PC. So let me just quickly go through. I'm not going to spend too much time on each and every one of the products. We have launched in the market a few months ago, now in a couple of other countries around Asia, a product called Sage 1. This is the quintessential golden triangle for small and startup businesses. And it will offer you the accounting, the payroll, and you will also hear exciting news about payments later on today. So this is the ability, if you're sitting in a car and you want to see what's coming in, what's going out, can I see the invoice, can I see my incoming payments, all of that can be done on consumerized devices such as smartphones and tablets. A lot of you in the room today are traditional customers of what was erstwhile called the UBS product range. Today we call it Sage 50. This is one of the products that we had a lot of success with as the country went through about a year ago on the GST change. I will be open and transparent. We had a few hiccups on the way, and I think every one of you is painfully aware of that. So are we. So are we. We take our responsibility very seriously. We are doing the very best that we can to improve the quality of the software. We think we have stabilized the software. We think there has been vast improvements in performance. We think the speed has gone up, and we think a lot of the issues that came because of the GST module are now under control. And besides Murphy being in the room, we will demonstrate that to you today. Sage 300C. This is for the next class of customer who's slightly higher. This is the business platform. So if you are in distribution, in manufacturing, you've got to do HR, you've got to do financials, they are modules. We have partners in the showcase flow who are then plugging into the APIs here and giving you vertical functionality. Vertical functionality for mining or in power or whatever other things. We have a general purpose business platform called Sage 300. Again, can be used, exposed through a browser, can be used on mobile devices, and then we have a whole bunch of partners outside who then build what I call the vertical flavors for vertical industries. And so manufacturing and a few others you will see, please visit them on the showcase floor and they can talk to you more about their specialties there. Top of the line is our lead product called Sage X3. Sage X3 is slightly more rugged, slightly more solid, and it's meant for hundreds, when your company comes to a size where it's hundreds of employees, and you now start to talk about almost like an enterprise type conversation. The conversation where you spend money to save money. You want to map your business products, map your business processes into software. You want to know what's incoming, what's outgoing. It has to be mechanized because it needs a little more sophistication. The scale and complexity is across hundreds of people. Your business is larger. You've probably gone regional by now. And you want to measure at every stop what that productivity, what the performance, what the throughput, whether you are a retail business or you're manufacturing. In the case of manufacturing, what your inventory is, what your supply chain looks like, how much is work in progress, what is your output at the back end, how much is it costing you at every stage of development, where are you in test, where are you in manufacturing, how is it going to the supply chain, has it been shipped to the customer. The ecosystem starts to become larger. It starts to become more complex. Products such as X3 allow you to do that. They also have added on modules on top. These modules are the HRM, which is the human resource, and the CRM modules. We have modules for payroll, such as Easy Pay, Easy Time. In the case of UBS, that will be UBS Payroll, now Sage Payroll. essentially the golden triangle, back to the golden triangle. So whatever product you use, they are all interconnected. We have the add-on modules to interconnect the accounting, the payroll, and the payments. So whichever customer segment you sit in, the product name changes. So we typically go from Sage 1, Sage 50, Sage 300, and the last one, just to keep it confusing, we call it X3, not Sage 500. But, but that you get the gist, right? And then depending on your customer size, you pick your range of products. That gives you a baseline, a platform, and then we will give you the modules that allow you to navigate seamlessly across the golden triangle, giving you accounting, giving you payroll, giving you payments. So Easy Pay, Easy Time, CRM, HRM. Now, later on, the plan of the day is after lunch, we will have breakout sessions. You will see each of these products and solutions in greater detail in the various breakout sessions. What we've chosen to do is to have 2 breakout sessions, one for the smaller to medium-sized companies and the other one for the larger companies. What is the difference between the two? The difference is if you're in a small and medium-sized organization, you're more interested in Sage 1, UBS. If that's your thing, you need to be in that small and medium room. However, if you're a slightly larger organization and you're more interested in Sage 300 and X3 and CRM and HRM, which we call, by the way, X3 people, etc., those discussions will take place in the other room. So the software and solutions are the same. It's the golden triangle. Depending on the size of your organization, please choose one of the 2 rooms to go to, and we will feature the individual products. The theme is the same. We will talk about how to do it on premise. We'll talk about how to do it on the cloud. We will talk about how to expose it on consumerized IT devices through a browser and whatnot. So that's the main, that's how we plan the rest of the day. And customers for life. I started with customers for life. I would like to finish with customers for life. What is Customers for Life? It is our commitment to you. It is our commitment to you to bring the best technology, to innovate. The heart and soul of any software company is innovation. We take a lot of our revenues, a lot of our money, and plow it back into innovation. We have, coming up later on stage, would be a gentleman called Philip and Peter. They have joined us from South Africa. They come with very strong technology backgrounds. We have brought some of the best people in this company and put them to work on some of the little hiccups that we had in and around our products. We are hardening our products. We are testing our products. We do dev. We do quality control. We do regression testing. We take our responsibility very, very seriously. But it is software. And software is written by humans. And not all of us got GPA 4 on 4 in class, in school or at university. But we strive to give you the best we can. We will stand behind what we do. We will take our responsibility, and our responsibility and promise to you is to give you the best support that we can provide. We are the market leader. We will raise the bar on innovation. We will continue to innovate. We will continue to disrupt. And we hope that you come along on that journey with us. Because I think that gives you a tremendous, tremendous competitive advantage. It gives you the kind of advantage that you're seeing with similar size organizations in countries such as Philippines, which is very mobile savvy, countries like Singapore, which is very cloud ready. You've got wonderful stuff happening for you in this country. Just get onto the bandwagon. The ICT consumption in this country is less than 25%. There is a lot of room to grow. And so as you embark on that journey, at your speed, at your pace, using the software in the way that you decide, we will be with you every step of the way. So as your businesses grow and scale and become regional, as you choose the delivery models, whether it's on-premise, public, hybrid, or private cloud, we will support and deliver our software and solutions to you such that we can allow you to do your business. Leave the technology piece to us. We will take that responsibility and we will serve you to the best that we can. That we are measured on that. We are a public listed company, and that's our promise. Our number one promise to the market is Customers for Life. So with that, I'm coming close to the end of my time. I just want to take a few minutes to talk about one little piece that I didn't deliberate on much. And I didn't deliberate on much on the golden triangle. I talked about accounting, I talked about payroll, but I did not cover payments in a lot of detail. And there is a reason for that. And the reason for that is I'm saving the thunder for our next set of speakers who are going to come on stage. It's a company you know. It's a company you've grown up with. They are the largest bank in Malaysia. They are one of the larger regional banks across the region. They know what cloud is. They've been a customer of mine for the last 10, 15 years during the various companies that I work for. Very talented set of people, very innovative, embrace technology, lead the market. We have worked with the market leaders. We worked with the leading financial services in this country. Our business partner is Maybank. We believe we are the #1 software technology company in the SMB space. We believe they are the #1 bank in this market. What happens when your lead IT software company for SMB goes and marries the lead bank? What happens when you take the